Hello, beautiful people. Out in Anachronia, where the dinosaurs roam, the Rex matriarchs have been chilling inside of their home. But with our help, a not-so-very-calm archaeologist has awoken a new threat. A bony new sister who's as undead as they get. The Necromancy Rex matriarch is the brand new boss round here in these parts. And you can fight her, but you have to do the Osseous Rex quest before you can start. So go do the quest, then watch this guide to see what to do. Just sit back, relax, and I'll explain it to you. I know you've got places to be and bosses to kill, so let's get right into it. This is a mid-tier boss, so you're not going to need much to get the job done. That said, there are some things that you're going to want to keep in mind. This is obviously an undead boss, so Salve Amulet and Undead Slayer are going to work here. The boss cannot be poisoned. The Necklace of Salamancy also works here if you want to take advantage of the 3% drop boost. That is, if you believe in luck boosts. You should bring magic notepaper if you want to alch all the damaged dinosaur bones, but you can leave them on the floor if you're a big baller. They alch for 5k each, so it's nothing to sneeze at since you get so many per kill. I'll be showing a more low input, not quite 100% AFK method for baby legends who will be in the fight for a longer amount of time. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking it slow and having a good time. Faster isn't always better, boys. You can also bring a spring cleaner to alch the noted rune salvage that you get, or you can just grab them and alch them later. Efficiency has never been my strong point. If you're not using a Blood Reaver, you don't need the runes for Prism of Restoration. I use Penance Aura for this, but feel free to do whatever you want. I also used tier 90 gear for this guide, but you could do it in less, you just might not be able to AFK at about tier 70. Basically, as with any guide that I make, bring what you see here, or better than what you see here, and everything is gonna be fine. Like I mentioned, this is a mid-tier boss, but it does have some mechanics you should be aware of, so let's talk about those so we're not going in completely blind. If you see the boss dip low and that dun-da-dun go up in the air, you're getting hit with a range attack. Pray range, eat through it, it doesn't really matter. Next there's the tail swipe where the boss yells in your face, then turns around and shows you what she's working with. If you're not soul splitting, pray melee because the sweet tail music can hit over 7k. Next is the come here boy mechanic. First she's sweet, then she's sour. Deal 5k damage to break away and then move out of the way before she nibbles on you. Unless you're into that sort of thing, then stand there and take it. It won't kill you, but it does hurt a good bit, so be prepared. The last mechanic that you should know about is the minions. After the tail swipe, she summons some little ankle biters. These baby bones are going to deal melee damage and are just generally annoying. If you do not kill them, the boss is going to siphon their life and give you a one-way ticket to Death's office. If you want to deal with this as intended, you can use Threads of Fate on the boss and the minions will die when you attack her. Or just attack and kill the minions. That's not what we're doing here, but we'll get to that later. Alrighty then, let's get into it. This is a not 100% AFK guide. I know that's a little weird, but hear me out. If you're not a hencher, you're going to get to the part in the kill where she siphons the minions, and once that happens, you have to have some input. That's where this guide comes in. What we're going to do to keep this low input is use the debilitate ability. After the first tail swipe, the boss is going to summon her minions. We are just going to ignore them and continue to AFK. The boss is then going to do a second tail swipe animation that sends the minions backwards and doesn't hit us. After that second tail swipe animation that you see here, just wait a few seconds, maybe 2 or 3, and then use the debilitate ability. And that's it. As long as you have a Reaver and max health, you're chilling like a villain. It's going to hurt. A lot. And it might be scary, but trust me, you're going to get through it. And if you don't get through it for some reason, at least necromancy deaths are cheap, right? And yeah, that's literally it. Every other mechanic, we're just going to continue to AFK. Now, if you're interested in this sort of thing, the general fight summary is 2 autos range, 1 auto tail swipe, minions, 1 auto range, 1 auto tail swipe that doesn't hit you, 2 autos siphon, 2 autos come here boy, 3 autos then repeats from range hit. If the counts are kind of off, it's because we don't math around here, but just know that I really did try my best. Counting to 3 is kind of hard, guys. Yeah, so that's the fight. Now I know that's the kill, but I do have a few things that I want to mention. I didn't switch to protect against range or melee during the fight. With Soul Split and a Blood Reaver, we can face tank the mechanics and just keep on keeping on. I also use Darkness. If you want to switch your prayers for the mechanics, absolutely do it. You're going to take so much less damage. This is a judgment-free zone. And another thing, if you're going to do this and absolutely fully revo this boss, you want to be careful about having too many abilities at the front of your revo bar that use adrenaline so that you can have the 50% you need to use debilitate when you have to. Basically, just make sure your revo bar is solid. You can copy mine, just keep in mind that mine is not necessarily optimal. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's not optimal, but it will get the job done, and you can probably definitely 100% make a better one. I recommend bringing in adrenaline potions so that you can get the adrenaline you need in a time of crisis. Consider it emergency adrenaline and only use it if you need it, since it does have a 1-minute cooldown. And that's it. Now that you know what to do, go out there and farm your K's and Rang. Watching this guide is going to give you a 143% RNG boost against Osseous Rex. Just trust me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the guide. Like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, be kind to one another. See you next time, friends!